All right, here with baseball legend Greg Vaughn here on our Celebrity Pick 6. Greg, we're going to do football here. I know you were quite the football player. Are you better football player or baseball player?
Way better football player than baseball. Way better. You know what I mean? It's just, I think the boys got too big. And then when I went to University of Miami, I knew that I made the right choice.
Yeah.
Like 17, 18, we didn't have linemen 6'3", 290, 300 pounds, took around a 4.5, 40, and, the linebackers. I just think I made let's just say the wiser decision.
Who would you have been? Who would you have compared yourself to? Because I know offensively you're running back, defense, safety? Anybody you would have compared yourself to?
Oh, yeah, a guy that's a friend of mine that I love the way he played, Ronnie Lott, man. He was my guy. He was my guy, you know what I mean? I just try to seek and destroy everything, A couple times I walked to the wrong huddle, so, I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, well, you just started to destroy baseballs. It worked out quite well for you for your great baseball career. So are you a Niners guy, Raiders guy? Who's your team growing up in Northern California?
Well, and it's funny. This is going to sound weird. So growing up, my grandmother had season tickets to the Giants and the Niners. And, my cousin Ricky Reynolds, we would always go to the, football games, and he ended up playing for the Bucks. That's my mom's brother's son. And I remember I even used to be a Cowboy fan, but I can't stand the Cowboys now, just because I don't know if it's Jerry Jones and all the Cowboy fans, because when they win, you have to hear about it. When they lose, it's all the different excuses, you know what I mean? So I was San Francisco, there was Giants, 49ers through and through, but I love the A's though too. So I figured we have an American League team and a National League team. I could do that. I went to a lot of A's games, and then I was never a Raider fan until I think I started to feel sorry for them because they were so bad for so long. And believe it or not, I probably have more Raider friends that that played than I do, or just as many as 49er guys that I hang out with. And now living in Vegas and being 10 minutes from the practice facility, still living in Sacramento, but with Restore, like we were talking earlier, I have some businesses opening up there. I'm partial to the Raiders now. You know what I mean? I sort of, and I have a lot of good friends there. I know some of the coaches, but they're not above my 49ers. This is 49. Everybody else is below.
Well, let's get into our Celebrity Pick 6. Here's how it goes. We'll give you 6 games, no point spreads. Nobody yet, Greg, has gone 6-0. The G-Man, Gary Gerald, has the highest score right now at 4-2. We got a couple of 3-3s and 2-4. So the field is there for you to go perfect 6-0. And we're going to start with the Raiders. We'll test that fandom of yours, a little bit growing fandom, but they take on the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. Who do you like in this game?
I have, as much as I would love to say Raiders, I think the Chiefs, just like the momentum, with Mahomes and offense and Andy Reid and the defense, that front four that they have, they don't have to blitz. I just think, and playing at home, they're going to be tough to beat at home. You know what I mean? So as much progress as the Raiders are making, I have to go with the Chiefs.
All right, Eagles and Steelers is game 2. This one's played in Pittsburgh.
Much respect to Mike Tomlin. Like I said, behind Bill Belichick, I think he's probably the best coach in football. And with Kyle Shanahan moving third, I'm a Niners guy. But I think, with the week off and they get Johnson back from concussion protocol, I think Big Ben and Tomlin and Connor rested. I think they should play well. And, to go into Heinz Field and play there, on the road, I think the nod goes to the Steelers.
All right, let's go to the Panthers and the Falcons. Falcons could use a win, obviously, but they're at home, Panthers and Falcons.
For some reason, I'm sucker for the Panthers, but I believe one of these weeks the Falcons have to win. They have the best receiver in football still with Julio Jones. I don't know why they don't get him the ball, and I think it's time for Matty Ice to live up to some expectations. And like I said, by no means am I knocking Matty Ice because I've never had a bad day since I retired. I'm used to being booed. I'm used to host states hating me. I'm used to the whole thing. And but I just think they have too much talent to be in the position that they're in. And I think it's time for him to step up, or maybe they go a different direction because, with Ridley and the weapons that they have on offense, but not to even, Julio gets 4 or 5 targets. That's great. I'm going to throw the ball to Julio 25 times a game. he's going to get PI 5, 6 times, and he's going to catch the rest of them. You know what I mean? So I just think they have to take advantage of that. And I think it's time for them to win because the pressure's on them.
I like that idea. He's on one of my fantasy teams, so I need Julio to go off, Greg.
Me too.
Yeah. Jaguars and Texans. Certainly not the best game of the weekend, but the Texans made news earlier this week firing their head coach, Bill O'Brien. Who do you like in that game in Houston?
I think with the shakeup, the GM and the coach being moved, I think the players are going to respond to Romeo Cromeo, because I just think sometimes you need to have some stuff shook up a little bit. You get tired of the same message, the same delivery, and it's time for something different. And I think every time he has had an opportunity, that limited intern, as we quote unquote call it, he has done his job, and I think the players love playing for him. And I think Deshaun Watson is too much of a leader and too much of a winner and competitor. And with J.J. Watt and those guys, I think they're, enough's enough. And I think they will, that would be the difference in them playing at home also.
All right. I think I know where you're going on this one. It's your team, the Niners, at home, needing a win, hosting the Dolphins.
They better win, even though the Dolphins are going to play hard. Like I said, the Dolphins are improving too. And like I said, I think that's why you play the games. On any given Sunday, you never know what can happen. I have a lot of guys, and it was funny when I was caddying for Spencer Levine, on tour, which I will see him in Vegas this week because he's playing. All the caddies say, Greg, who do you like this week? I've never been on sports just because I know how crazy it is. I'm not a big bettor, so when it comes to sports, anybody can have a good day, anybody can have a bad day, and that's just the way it is.
All right, so Niners it is for you on that one. And then the last one, pretty good game here. Colts and Browns in Cleveland in the dog pound. I
never thought, I have a buddy, Jerry Gilbert's going to go crazy on this one. I never thought I would root for Cleveland in my life. I'm going for Cleveland. I like the moxie. I like the confidence that they're playing with. And I think Mayfield's playing pretty good. And now he's getting those wide receivers involved, and they're buying into the system. And also, it's going to hurt with Chubb out, but when you have Kareem Hunt and the other two guys that stepped up, I think Cleveland has just as good a chance as anybody. I think, last week was a big win for them, and I think they're just going to keep it going.
Awesome. Well, Greg, best of luck. We'll see if you can get to 5-1 or 6-0. Good luck on our Celebrity Pick 6.
And G-Man, that's my guy, from going to Kennedy. I love him, and I just seen him Saturday. But hopefully I can go 6-0.
There you go. Good luck.
All right, Jason. Thanks, bud.